Hey guys, it's Dave, your mortgageguy.com, and I really want to go over my mortgage predictions for 2022. There's been a lot of information out there, and I want to kind of get you up to speed on what the government's doing and where I see rates going in the next year, okay? So the Fed came out and said really two major things here. One is that they're expecting 3 rate hikes in 2022, okay? Now, when the Fed announces that they're gonna meet to decide on rates, okay, and then announce a rate hike, that doesn't automatically cause rates to jump, okay, interest rates to jump. The lending industry as a whole for years now will sort of predict what they think they're gonna do when the Fed meets and then adjust those rates accordingly in advance of it. So let's say that they know they're gonna meet next week and they think rates are gonna go up. The mortgage industry as a whole is gonna adjust rates to increase them in preparation of that announcement, okay? So when you see on a Wednesday that the Fed has increased rates, okay, or the lending rates that it puts out there, that doesn't automatically mean that a mortgage rate has increased that day, okay? It may have increased 2 days before, a week before, or whatnot. So that's something to keep in mind. The other thing is this, and probably the bigger piece of information, is that the Fed announced that they're going to taper off buying mortgage-backed securities or bonds, okay? Now, what is that? The government is actually a humongous buyer of mortgages in theory, okay? And by them increasing their purchasing power, it has allowed interest rates to stay low, okay? And they've done that for quite some time now. So if they're going to buy less mortgages, okay, then the market's going to correct itself on its own, okay? We actually saw something like this in 2013, and I want to give you the data, okay? In May of 2013, when they announced that they were going to taper off, okay, buying these mortgage-backed securities, the interest rates prior to that were around 3.25%, and then they jumped to 3.5% after that announcement. By June, they had gone to 4%, roughly 4.07%, and then had really increased to 4.5%, 4.4% from August all the way through the rest of the year and kind of stayed in that range, okay? So if that's any indicator of what's going on here, them buying less of those mortgages or those mortgage-backed securities is going to cause rates to increase, okay? Just like we saw an absurd low interest rate in the market from the beginning of the pandemic through, really right now, the end of 2021, you can expect that 2022 is going to cause, rates to go up, or these factors are going to cause it to go up, okay? Now, I have seen predictions of 3.5%, 3.75%, 4%. Keep in mind a couple things. Number one is that interest rates are already hovering around the 3%, low 3% range on a 30-year conventional mortgage, okay? So we're already in those 3 range. The other thing is, as the Fed makes announcements, there could be a little bit of influence there. If they taper off more of the buying of these mortgage-backed securities, that could cause an increase, okay? If we struggle as an economy or deal with more pandemic-related items, that could affect interest rates, okay? So there is nobody who really has a crystal ball that can predict it. My thoughts would be that you're going to see really incremental jumps throughout the year, maybe by 0.25% in interest rate. So to go to 3.25%, 3.5%, whatnot. I do think you're going to see interest rates at the end of 2022 be in that 4% range, okay? Now, what does that mean for you? One is a higher payment, right, on your mortgage because of what it could be now versus then. So should you refinance right now? Absolutely. Do we think rates are going to go down from here? Absolutely not. So if you are on the fence about refinancing to take cash out, to lower your payment, now would be the time, okay? would you or should you wait on interest rates for buying a home? No. Again, they're going to go up, right? Just like home prices are going to continue to go up depending on the area you live because of supply and demand issue there, okay? I think a lot of people are expecting a crash. I don't see that happening because, again, a supply and demand problem. There's way more buyers than there are sellers. So even if some buyers get out of the market, it's still going to cause home prices to increase. As in one video, I already discussed this. Many experts are saying they expect a home price increase or value of the home going up 16% next year. This is an estimate. It could be lower than that. It could be higher than that. It depends on your area. All right. So to recap, that's what we're dealing with from an interest rate jumping standpoint or increasing standpoint. Do I think they're going to increase in 2022? Absolutely. Do I think it's going to be an overnight change? No, I think it'll be incremental throughout the year. And I do think that at the end of 2022, we're going to be looking at something closer to 4% or low fours as an interest rate. Now, before you freak out, keep in mind, historically, that is a fantastic interest rate, okay? I've personally bought homes with higher interest rates than that, right, in my life. So it is still a great rate, even if rates go up. That's not a reason to not buy a home, okay? It's just not. So don't let the fear that some of the information that's out there is scary tactics, force you to think that now is not a good time or whatnot. It's absolutely a great time. That's still a great interest rate, historically speaking. All right. So those are my predictions for mortgage rates in 2022. Call or email me if you need anything. Comment down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And if you find my videos helpful, I'd love to be your lender. Thanks, guys.